Hey guys, welcome back. This is a video that one of the subscribers suggested. It is from Always Away, and it is inside is it Lewes or Lewes? I'm gonna say Lewes. Bonfire Night 2024. So I know tomorrow is your all's bonfire night, so I'm trying to do one of these videos a day leading up to it. Um, but I will link this video in the description along with links to Patreon, where you can join for free, or you could do a paid membership, which gives you more access to more shows and movies, and it helps me out a lot. And there's also going to be a link of how you could support the channel here on YouTube if you are inclined to do so. It allows me to keep making these videos and putting them out as consistently as I try to be. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this going.
Lewes Bonfire Night is the most notorious bonfire event in the whole of the UK. In fact, it's actually known as the bonfire capital of the world because it's so chaotic, insane, and extreme. Just once a year on the 5th of November, this quaint little town on the outskirts of Brighton becomes absolute madness. Thousands descend upon this tiny town to watch the parades, indulge in the fire, and this year the event even made headlines before it started. Police and council officials advised people to stay away, and people come from all over the country just for this event. So they closed the roads, they closed the train stations, they stopped the buses. They literally didn't want anyone coming into this town because after all, Lewes is a pretty small town. But on the day when we happened to be literally 10 minutes away from Lewes, we decided, F it, let's walk.
Welcome to Lewes Bonfire Night, the night when this town becomes utter chaos. What shall we do with it?
So it's Lewes. Um, why do they not want people there? Are they just trying to like stop it from happening, or like just trying to limit the craziness? Huh.
We managed to get to town just in time, and it got dark really early because the clocks have gone back now. It was pitch black by 5 p.m, and by 5:30 the marches were beginning. Everyone in these parades has flames in hand, they're all in their uniforms, and it's absolutely a sight to behold. While Bonfire Night as a whole was born in 1606 when Guy Fawkes tried to blow up Parliament, his plot was foiled and the government declared that all parishes must hold a service on the 5th of November every year to commemorate the discovery of this plot and to thank God for it being foiled. The history of the Lewes Bonfire Night has a lot more to it. 70 years on from Guy Fawkes, processions were held in Lewes to stage a burning of the Pope in protest of the Catholic Church. The first attempt to stop the dangerous Lewes bonfire event happened in 1831, but the bonfire boys of the local societies refused to listen. Attempts to stop the event were met by riots multiple times over the next 90 years, but the societies won, and since the war there have not been any major attempts to stop it from happening again. There are 7 active bonfire societies within Lewes, with the oldest one dating back to 1850. And ever since 1853, the Lewes Borough Bonfire Society has worn a uniform, which they refer to as the Smugglers' Costume. All of the societies wear a different version of the Smugglers' uniform, and this all started because the authorities did not want these bonfire societies to operate. They did not want this event to go on all the way back in the 1800s. So
Okay, so I'm actually learning a lot more about this than I knew and from other previous videos. And I was wondering why they were dressed in this uniform and what that meant. So after all this happened, and you all started having bonfire nights, like they didn't want you all to have them? I mean, she is that part of the reason they're cutting off? I mean, I guess she said that it stopped after the war, but like it seems like they're still not really wanting you guys to do that if they're shutting off transportation, at least in Lewes, right? Am I wrong? Maybe.
So they started wearing this uniform as a disguise because it was kind of hard for them to tell people apart when they had these jumpers, a hat and a mask to disguise their identities. Now every society has a variation of this uniform, with the Southover Society wearing red and black striped jumpers and the Commercial Square Bonfire Society wearing black and gold stripes on their jumpers. But also there are lots of costumes within the parade, which we saw Tudors, Vikings, army uniforms. I was really confused when I started seeing Native American dress. The Commercial Square Society started dressing up as Native Americans all the way back in the late 1800s after they went to America and saw how badly they were treated. They came back and started dressing as Native Americans to raise awareness and to raise the profile of the Native American plight. It also shows what Lewes Bonfire Night is all about. It started with Guy Fawkes, just like all the other bonfires in the country. It expanded to the Pope and burning the Pope 70 years after Guy Fawkes tried to blow up Parliament. And today it's sort of like a way to protest. So you'll see lots of effigies of, for example, this year they had Nigel Farage, they had Southern Water, previously they've had Boris Johnson, as a way to protest and make political statements.
Yeah, so we're not clear on what the route is for the parade. We've sort of just been following it randomly. As you can see, it's extremely busy down Lewes High Street.
Gather the groups.
In all fairness, I thought it was going to be worse, but I mean, there isn't much space, is there? So heading up to the War Memorial. Apparently it's the best view, and all the parades go by it.
Much. The parade's great, but the firecrackers are terrifying. They're just throwing them all in the street.
Oh, it's too loud. Now, we met at a school fireworks display, and that's really the only experience most people have in the UK around bonfire night is at schools. So it's very casual, some fireworks, a little bonfire.
It's interesting that he said that because I think I want to say it was Sean, one of the subscribers and members here on YouTube, was telling me or sent me some bit. I think he was telling me, but he did send me some stuff too. But I think it was Sean. It might have been somebody else. Sorry, my mind's jumbled. But that they would go to a local school where I guess the soccer field was, and they would do the fires or bonfire there, and that there was like a bar, at least pre-COVID, that um you could go over to and get a drink and sit outside. I guess they had tables and stuff set up that you could kind of view it from over there, which is pretty cool. Um, I can't imagine that they would do anything like that here. Like schools and so it's kind of prohibitive of what you can can't do there. Um, Usually, like I want to say, like they'll have like parks where they'll do firework type stuff. Back in West Virginia, where I was from, there was like a downtown area and by the riverfront, by the Ohio River, where they would do fireworks down there. Um, Out here and up around Charlotte, it's honestly, you could go in any neighborhood. It's supposed to be prohibited in North Carolina, for just like people to public, just for the general public to do fireworks and stuff like that. But it happens every year and nobody really does a whole lot about it.
Nothing major. This is just a whole new level.
It was about a half an hour walk through the dark up a hill to the bonfire site. Yeah. And it was £10 a ticket, definitely worth it. The bonfire was massive.
Oh, not them again.
That's what I don't think I've ever seen that many pallets in my life. That's crazy.
Leave them alone. Well, it's nice to finally sit down now we've got to the bonfire site. Yeah, I've got pizza, Emma's got cheesy chips and burrito. Something to regulate after all that excitement, all that.
That's cool. That part I like. I mean, I know all of it has a place, and I think it's awesome that that's how you guys do kind of your protests and stuff. Um, but it's really cool this part of it where you can, after all of that's done, that you go somewhere you get to watch the bonfire. So you're all sitting in front of a nice fire, and they have food trucks, and I assume there's probably like drinks you can get, like cider or beer or whatever, and eat. That's nice. That's cool. I like this part of it.
Those firecrackers, near-death experiences. It's nice just to sit down and have a really expensive pizza.
I really do recommend visiting the Lewes bonfire. It was a once of a lifetime kind of thing that you have to experience. It's very different to any other bonfire event I've ever been to. It wasn't just a tiny firework display, there was a lot going on. And the parades of people holding fire, walking down the streets, was absolutely unlike anything I've ever seen. There's a really good community feel and everyone's chanting, kill him, burn him, whatever. You could really feel the history of the event. If you do want to visit, I really recommend staying in Brighton or somewhere nearby and either cycling or walking in. So many people were cycling out of Lewes when we were leaving. Just in the dark, you could see all these bicycle lights. Thanks for watching. I hope this was kind of insightful about the Lewes bonfire. I didn't know anything about it before last week. Yeah, so thank you for watching. Like and
That was a good video. I like her accent. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. It's like if you like, I imagine it's something you should try and go to at least once so you could see what it is and just enjoy it. Um, but yeah, let me know in the comments, guys, if you have gone to that one in Lewis. I know I pronounced it wrong in the beginning, but I do have it now. Um, if you've gone to that and what your thoughts were on it, or if your town or you've been to another one that was similar or they do their own thing. Um, I've watched 3 videos on this now. 2 were in like specific places and had specific celebrations of it. Like the tar barrels was wild to me. Um, but yeah, this was a great video, I think. So yeah, like the video, subscribe, share, hype it if you can. And I will do tomorrow, since it's the 5th, I'll probably do another 1 or 2 videos for that. And yeah, if you guys don't watch it, if you're out celebrating, I hope you have an awesome, awesome bonfire night. Wish I could be there. But yeah, enjoy yourselves, guys. Thanks for watching.